Welcome to our explainer on what is truly a one-of-a-kind spiritual institution in India. We're talking about a place where a single sacred act has been performed without a single break for over 70 years.
So let's just start with a big question, kind of like a thought experiment. Could a single ritual, if you did it long enough and with enough focus, actually have a positive effect on the entire world? It's a huge idea, right? And it's at the very heart of the story we're exploring today.
And you know, this isn't some ancient legend or a story from a history book. This is a living, breathing practice that's happening right now in Ahmedabad, India, all driven by that one, single, incredibly selfless goal.
Our journey is taking us to the Sri Balati Bala Mahashakti Peeth. Now, a peeth is basically a sacred place, a seat of power. And this one, even though it's pretty modern, is built on a really deep foundation of ancient spiritual science and, well, just an unbelievable amount of discipline.
Okay, so let's get into it, because to really understand this incredible place, you first have to understand the man whose vision made it all happen.
This is Swami Sri SADA. He was what's known as a sannyasi, or a renunciate. That means he wasn't driven by the things most of us chase, like money or fame. Instead, he had this intense thirst for knowledge and a deep, deep commitment to the practice of yoga.
And this right here is a really crucial idea. As a young man, Swami Sri Sadashiv took this step, the great renunciation, which meant leaving his home and worldly life behind. But here's the key. His goal wasn't just his own personal enlightenment. It was specifically for the future benefit of all of humanity.
This timeline just maps out his life's purpose so clearly. It all kicks off in 1932 with that great renunciation. Fast forward 20 years to 1952, and that's when he establishes the pith. And the work he started created this legacy that continued, strong as ever, long after he passed away in 1983.
So what's actually at the heart of this place? Well, its most unique and central feature isn't an idol or a statue like you might expect. No, it's something way more elemental and powerful. This fire pit, known as a yajna-kund, is the literal and spiritual heart of the entire institution. I mean, everything, absolutely everything revolves around the fire that burns right there, inside of it.
Okay, and this is where things get really interesting. In most traditions, a Sri Yantra is a flat, two-dimensional diagram that people use for meditation. But here, and this is incredibly rare, the fire pit itself is built in the physical, three-dimensional form of the Sri Yantra. That is a huge deal.
So the core practice itself sounds deceptively simple. It's really these three steps. An offering of pure ghee is made into the sacred fire, and while that's happening, specific sacred mantras are chanted. And this exact ritual has been performed 3 times a day, every single day since 1952. No breaks.
All right, this is where the sheer scale of what they're doing becomes, well, honestly, it's staggering. The numbers we're about to look at are almost beyond belief, and they've been built up minute by minute, day by day for over 70 years.
First up, let's look at the main mantra of the institution, the Balativala Maha Mantra. Since 1952, it has been chanted and offered into that sacred fire over 30 million times. Just let that number sink in for a second. 30 million. Imagine the dedication that represents.
And if you thought that was incredible, it doesn't stop there. Between 1980 and 2002, they took on this truly monumental project, chanting the famous Gayatri Mantra 240 million times. That one goal took 22 years of nonstop daily effort to complete.
And here's the most unbelievable part. After finishing that massive cycle, what did they do? They started all over again. In 2022, a second great cycle began with the exact same goal, another 240 million chants. This just proves it's not about history. It's a living tradition, constantly renewing itself. Now, this whole immense effort isn't just random. It's built on a rock-solid foundation of discipline. You've got the 3 daily offerings that are the baseline, performed by a dedicated group of practitioners, and on top of that, there are larger, collective sessions twice a week. It's a constant, layered practice. So, this brings us to the most important question, right? Why? Why do all of this? Why this incredible lifelong dedication? What is the ultimate goal of hundreds of millions of chants and a fire that has literally never gone out? And the answer? Well, it's as simple as it is profound. The entire institution, every single chant, every drop of ghee offered to the fire is focused on this one selfless purpose, Vishvkalyan. It's not for one person or one group. It's for the welfare of the entire world.
The founder himself acknowledged that the power of this place wasn't just about complex rituals. He wrote that the contribution from devotees who just helped with pure, simple faith, without needing to understand all the science behind it, that contribution was invaluable. It was about the heart.
And this was his final blessing. This one phrase perfectly sums up his entire life's work and the mission that the Pith Khandi continues to this day. It is the ultimate expression of Lok Kalyan.
So, as we wrap this up, that's really the question this story leaves us with. In our fast-paced, complex, often chaotic world, what's the value of a single, unwavering intention held firm for generations? It's a pretty powerful idea to think about.